Hey, it's me, Art of Singularity, and welcome to my new video. In this video, I'm going to be drawing and trying to achieve cleaner line art. So, yeah, that's about it. Let's see. So I'm going to be starting with a really light outline for these, what I'm drawing now. I'm going to be going really light to see if I can even hope to achieve some semblance of cleanness. Start with the oval as I normally do, but let's see if I can do this properly. So I go with that. I'm just gonna bring this in now, just a little bit, to get the forehead, and now I'm gonna get the... Oh, also you can see the references on the left. So I'm gonna get the chin, bring it around to about where the ear should be. Let me just bring the air in. The air hole. Okay, so let's try and figure out where the eyes are. So the eyes would be somewhere around here. So what I would do is I'm just gonna bring in the eyes. Okay, this works. This works, I think. And I'll bring in the other eye. And now let me try to actually... Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, cool. Now, let me try to actually bring in the other one. I'm just measuring like a line, an invisible line going around the head, so I can try and map where the other eyes, markers would be, like the bottom of the eyelash, or yeah. Oh, whoops, I just smudged it. Now what am I gonna do? There goes my perfect clean drawing. Mostly, at least. Let's forget the eye, the other eye. All right, let's see. The nose would probably be around here. It comes around from the eyebrow. Let me just add in the shade. Okay, cool. Let me add a smile. No, let me add something like that. The fold of the lid. Kind of a concerned look I'll do. And then let's bring in the hair. So yes, I'm using the reference vaguely. Obviously, this is like practically, it's not really that comparable with the reference. Not yet, at least. I'm just using the general vibe of it. I'm gonna bring in the jacket. I like the jacket, but what I will do is I'm gonna change it slightly. I'm not gonna take it one for one. I'm just bringing in the hair just to see if I could do something a little bit interesting. Or I don't know. I'm bringing in the hair just because. I'm just guessing. So I'm gonna try and do around the same hairstyle. So it's gonna be kind of the same character, but I don't know. So the neck is probably gonna be around here. And the neck is gonna be around here. Let's bring out the hair that comes out from the back of the head. That normally is there. I'm gonna give this character a bow. And just bring it out like that. I made the right side really big, huh? It actually should be around here. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, there. And the actual ribbons of it. And then the actual hair. So let me bring around the jacket like I said I was gonna do. The middle of the jacket the center of the jacket will be around here. I'm gonna give it some thickness. Bring down the middle. And bring around the thickness so it actually could connects. Okay, so now that's done. I'm gonna just complete the hair real quick. And then, okay, it's getting a little bit more messy, but it's cool. I'm just going slowly, like more slower. I'm going slower just to see if I'm actually doing it correctly. I think a shoulder is going to be here, or no, maybe here. Another shoulder is going to be here. We're going to bring this around. So I'm just going to mark where the center line of the body should be, like maybe here. Other shoulder, like the other side of the rib cage is there. This one is, oh, okay, I can't make this mark for some reason. There. Maybe it's my pen. Maybe they were right. I did need an actual pen. But it's cool. Okay, so the chest is gonna connect kind of to the arm, that out. I don't think I'm gonna try and go for a more clean image. So let me just be careful. I say as I immediately start going really hard into this. I also want to try and see if I can copy Gachiakuda's eyes. I heard the anime's coming out soon, and it looks pretty cool. I've read some of the manga, but I'm interested to see how the actual anime will be. I haven't read all of the manga, of course, so there's still some stuff I haven't seen, and I'm excited to see it, to see what I've missed, basically, because I didn't watch all of it, or read all of it. This is the wrong type of fold. The folds are actually supposed to be coming out here, I think. So, whoopsie, I'm gonna bring this back around just to visualize the body more. I can't actually see how the jacket goes in the original image, but I'll just assume it's something like this. All right. Let me just... So the original jacket has a zipper. I don't want to do that because that's a lot of work, right? A zipper? Too hard, too difficult. Me? No. So I'm just gonna do very simple lines. I mean, yeah, designs for it. Just gonna break down the actual arm. Okay, cool. What's holding this jacket? What's pulling this jacket in? Maybe like a belt or something. I do this design a lot. I don't know. Don't know why. Maybe it's just easy. Gonna bring in some shading. Okay, let me just keep shading. I'm almost done with that. Okay, cool. I don't really know what I'm gonna actually do with it. I think I'm just gonna try and shade. Let me just try and shade. Very basic shading is what I'm gonna try and achieve. So I'm just imagining the form of the chest and how the shadows would come off from it. Of course, I'm probably gonna make a mistake, but I can try to do the best I can. I'm assuming that so it's like coming in right here. I realized this thing. Oh well, no, I think it's fine actually, because how is this body actually? The jacket kind of seems lopsided, doesn't it? Kind of like I put this a little bit too much to the left. Well, that's fine. I wonder if I could fix that. I'd have to bring it here, and then this line would be there, and it would look a little bit weird, I feel. Well, it's Floyd. I guess the jacket will just be lopsided. And the inside of the jacket will be black. You know what? Here, I'll just do the entire thing in here black, just to separate everything out. I think that looks okay. Looks pretty okay. Maybe it might be a little bit confusing for readability, but I'm just trying to make an interesting looking drawing. Is this interesting? I think so. I'm gonna add more shadow to the side to the collar of the jacket. Cool. Okay, there you go. And then I'm gonna bring this in. I'm just gonna bring a shadow right here. That's what I meant to say. Okay, cool. Shadow there. Let's bring some shadow under this fold. And bring some more shadow to where the chest is on the jacket. And that's should be about it. Gonna add some shadow here. And I'm gonna actually bring the head in a little bit. Kind of like that. Okay, now we're getting in a little bit more messy, and that's, well, you know, it was a good first attempt. It's actually not my first attempt. This was my first attempt, but it's a good, like, first drawing for this video. For the next drawing, I'm gonna go faster. What do you guys like to draw normally? I like to draw eyes. If I'm just trying to doodle on a page. Someone asked me this question once, and I was like, I wonder what I like to do. Yeah, I like to draw, actually. So, yeah, I tend to draw eyes, because they're just fun for me to draw. What do you guys draw? Is it eyes? Is it something completely different? I mean, I assume everyone has their own tastes. Maybe it's like mouths or something, which would be cool, or expressions. Expressions might be also cool. I could see how that would be fun to draw. Also, like, what, is it more common for you guys to draw, like, women or men? And why? I don't actually have an answer to that question. I tend to draw women, but I don't really know why. Guess that's just where I gravitate, what I gravitate towards. But no real reason. No logical one, at the very least. Okay, I'm just shading the hair, trying to get it to look interesting. That's basically my entire goal when drawing. I just want my drawing to look interesting. If it looks interesting, then I've practically achieved my goal. An interesting drawing is, like, better than a poor, like, an interesting but flawed drawing is better than a perfect but boring drawing, I think. I think so. So the more you can, make your drawing be fun at the very least, I think you've done a good job. Is this drawing fun? I don't know. Maybe the line art is fun. I wonder what I could do to make it more interesting. The shading, like, would make a drawing interesting. Maybe like the shading, the way, like, I like line hatching type shading. I think it looks interesting. I like the way that the lines come together. I'm gonna try and stop my use of the word interesting. I've used it a bunch, so it's starting to lose its punch. It's very sad. Yeah, also, the artist of Gachiakuda, I like the way that they draw eyes. I like the way that they draw eyes, so that's really what I'm going to be focusing on for the next drawing. So, yes, let me see. This is almost done. Okay, cool. This character is done. We've done a pretty okay job at it. I'm gonna add some blush. I think blush would be interesting. Like an embarrassed pose, or an embarrassed character. This is not even an OC, this is just me drawing a random person. Alright, there. Okay, let me make the hair highlights more apparent. Let me bring in the shadow for this ribbon more, and okay, I think that's about it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Very basic video, very short. But I mean, I think my drawing, like, as long as I'm conscious of me trying to achieve something, I think I usually get better at what I'm trying to do. So, like, I tried to make a more clean drawing, and I think it does look more clean. Look, it definitely looks more clean than these, right? Like, look at this drawing, and look at that drawing. This drawing, that drawing, right? Or maybe I'm coping. Look at this drawing, these drawings, then look at this drawing. I think this one is definitely more readable. But yeah, I'm gonna give her orange eyes and then I'll be done with it. Alrighty, that is. Oh, hold on. Let me finish up this sleeve. I almost left it. All right, thank you guys for watching, and that's about it, I guess. So, yes, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.